What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Nitro Gaming. FUT Birthday is about to be over. 1 day left, and then we've got a new promo that's called Dreamchasers, based around the Champions League. But before we do that, we of course have to pack Sergio Guirassy. That's not exactly who I was looking for in this 89 plus. Could have used a Virgil van Dijk, but that's all right. We've still got an 84 plus times 7. And with these Team 2 FUT Birthdays, there are so many cards. I wouldn't say so many cards, but there's a couple cards that are good investments to make. And we saw some cards last week, like Trent Alexander-Arnold, rise really well in the first couple days out of packs. I think a couple of these positions are going to do the same this week. And I'm going to cover all of those investments, as well as the new Team of the Week investments we're going to make this weekend. So if you're excited for today's video, drop a like on the video right now. Do it. Thank you. And let's go ahead and hop into the video. Do you need coins in FC25 Ultimate Team? Then go to u7buy.com. It is the quickest, most reliable, and the safest platform on the internet. Big creators use it. It has the best reviews. And if you use my code NITRO, you're going to get an extra 8% at checkout. You can even get specific players you want to add to your Ultimate Team straight from u7buy. And if it's your first time, you'll get a newcomer's bonus added to what you get. Link down below. Division rival rewards are here, and that means some deals are here as well. And I even played my games this week. Aren't you guys proud of me for that? 1 of 3, 84 plus. Can't wait to get 3 84s as options right here. Oh, that's actually not too bad. I'll take the Team of the Week just because, you know, we need those for pretty much every single SBC that exists on planet Earth. There are so many Team of the Weeks needed. Even though they're not going up in price a ton, it's still annoying to have to do that 84 plus Team of the Week upgrade every single 5 minutes. But I've got some investments in this Team 2 FUT Birthday that I think are going to work out really, really well. And it's based on last week's idea about Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's 217K now. So he hasn't risen a ton over the last couple of days. You take a look at the graph, he's been sitting around 220 for quite a few days now. But look at that rise between Thursday all the way to Saturday. Just 2 days of a hold, and you've got a card that went from 164K at the low point of Division Rival Rewards, and then to Saturday at 216,000 coins. After tax, you're still making about 40,000 coins a card on Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, that card, obviously, most people using at center mid, and when the Temu Walmart Mbappe came out as an SBC last week, this ended up crashing the price of other center mids in the game, including Trent Alexander-Arnold. So when we take a look at some of the active SBCs like Bremer, who has an 87% upvote at about 150,000 coins, and then you've also got the FC Pro League's E-Premier League that gives a Joe Gomez that a lot of people are taking, that's center backs dropping in price. So my idea for FUT Birthday Team 2 today would be to invest in cards like David Alaba and Harry Maguire. Now, please note that we're kind of on a rebound already from Division Rival Rewards. What happens a lot of times is these cards that are already pretty low in price, people are anticipating investing in them. So this card was actually about 40K at his lowest point on Wednesday, and now he's actually rebounded back up to 45K. I don't think that's going to hold. So give it a couple hours. He'll get back down to, 43, 42, maybe even 41K or below. So be patient. There's going to be deals today. You could even wait until content release. But what I've found is normally the prices are cheapest after Division Rival Rewards within like 5 to 10 minutes. And then after you wait about 3 to 4 hours, nobody's really buying these cards. And then everybody who bought during the hype of Division Rival Rewards and is still opening their packs, that supply hits. And so 3 to 4 hours after rewards ends up being really good as well, which is for those of you guys that are watching the video within the first couple hours of release. But still, all day, I do think these center backs are going to have good deals. David Alaba, you could probably get for about 100K or less as well. Now, there aren't a ton of center backs to choose from in this team. Those are the only two that really stand out to me a ton. You do have cards like Wubin Moy, but that card is pretty close to the cheapest of all of the FUT Birthday fodder cards. So it's not really that intriguing to me as an investment right now. And even though I do think that some of these FUT Birthday cheap cards that are, under 15,000 or under 16,000 coins are good because of the FUT Birthday trade-in SBC that's going to be out until Friday at content. They could go up a little bit tonight on Thursday night, but you're looking at like 1,000 coin, maybe 1,500 coin profit, in my opinion. So it's still worth investing in if you want to, but it's not like gonna make you a ton of coins. So it's definitely a low budget method right there. Now you could even look to last week where we had Ruben Diaz, 370,000 coins, should be going up a little bit right now because of rewards. This card was 340 on Wednesday, which is market crash day. This is a card that I don't expect to drop a ton over the next few hours because right now we're getting all of the coins and all of the buying power from Rivals rewards, whereas you're not getting any of the supply. This card is not hitting the market as much as the cards that are currently in packs. So this is a card that should continue to go up though, because he has dropped in price ever since we've got the hype of that Bremer SBC. I mean, this card was 400K, guys, earlier this week while he was out of packs. While he was in packs, 300K, rose all the way to 415. Then we had the FC Pro, SBC. We had the Bremer SBC, and he dropped all the way to 340. We're finally starting to see the rebound for that card. Could be more opportunity for him, but I do like the cards in Team 1 a little bit better. I do want to show you guys something about team number 27 for Team of the Week. It's happened 2 of the last 3 weeks. Take a look at this Lionel Messi graph, guys. He's obviously the marquee player for this team. This card got as low as about 300K, and even if you bought at 300 or 400K, he spiked up to 950K, almost extinct, and he stayed there for a couple of hours. I mean, he was up at above 780K for 3 straight hours. This card was selling there, man. And even if he didn't sell for exactly 783, I mean, you were able to sell him for 700K. I saw quite a few cards selling for Lionel Messi, which is why I kind of have to introduce the Wednesday trading, the Wednesday flipping. We have Friday flipping. Now we have Wednesday flipping, because when we take a look at Christopher Nkunku, I don't know if it'll show us his graph. Yes, it will. Look at this. He was out. No, this isn't the accurate graph, but what I will say is that he had the exact same trend on the first Wednesday that he came out on March 5th. That card was about 200 to 250K, and then he spiked up to 700 to 800,000 coins due to the rarity, but there's still demand, of course, and also, the possibility of throwing him in evolutions. But the rarity for these cards on Wednesday is unreal, and it makes it so that you can flip the best of the Team of the Week cards pretty much every week now. Keep an eye on that, guys. There is some profit to be made, but we'll come back to the market towards the end of today's video. Let's talk about some of the leaks that we're getting for this new promo called Dreamchasers. Now, here's the reason I don't suggest to pick up just any FUT Birthday investment, especially those that are very expensive. I didn't even call out Virgil van Dijk, despite the fact that he is obviously a center back. And the reason is the power curve is going to continue to change. And I think Donk puts it perfectly there. The power curve goes up Friday because Dreamchasers, which is going to come with the heroes and icons like every single promo does at this point. It's not even special anymore because EA drops it every single week with new icons and new heroes. But these cards, or at least a lot of them, not all of them, are going to have 3 playstyle plus. Of course, Team of the Year also had 3 playstyle plus, but Team of the Year is supposed to be the biggest promo of the year. And even though the power curve does advance in January a little bit, it doesn't actually go that quickly because of the fact that Team of the Year is very tough to pack. Maybe easier this year than previous years, but still very, very difficult to pack Team of the Years in comparison to what we're going to see with Dreamchasers. We're going to see a lot more cards and a lot more people using cards with 3 playstyle pluses starting this upcoming week, which means that the meta overall is going to start falling behind. The meta that we used to know is changing. So I don't think we should just invest in any FUT Birthday card, only the ones that hit the perfect storm, cards that are down in price because of the division rival rewards, but also down in price because they've been replaced by other SBCs that will eventually phase out of the popularity of the community. And then they're going to have to go back to spending coins on center backs that are now out of packs. So it does make sense that those cards would go up in price a little bit. Not to say that they're guaranteed to, but much more likely than any of the other positions. But as I said, I didn't just throw out any of them. I didn't even say to invest in Van Dijk because he is so expensive and so risky with the tax that you get on a card that's 4 million coins. I mean, that's 200K tax on just selling the card. He could go up 200K and you're still not making any profit. So I'd stay away from stuff like that. But we've got some cards in this team that are going to be pretty impressive. This Ousmane Dembele, we don't know exactly what playstyles are going to come for Dembele, but we do know that Mbappe is not going to have 3 playstyles because he is going to have the quick step in the finesse shot plus, which is all you need with Mbappe. But imagine you also added like a technical plus to this kind of card. Unreal. This card could have been, I mean, it is unreal. That card's going to be about just as expensive as his Team of the Year card, really. But then we've also got Alexia Putellas, who's going to have the ping pass and the incisive pass. Probably going to be one of the best passers in the game with those 2 playstyles right there. And then Raul right here with 3 playstyle pluses. 3 very good ones as well, because these are confirmed. This card looks very good. The low driven, the new playstyle plus we just got, quick step and finesse shot plus. That's a card that I might want to trade with on Friday. Friday flips might be looking at Raul because that card looks really, really fun to play with. There's not a ton of leaks other than the ones that I've shown you. Lucio to finish it off, 3 playstyle pluses, aerial, block, and anticipate. Again, 3 of the best of the playstyles that come with center backs. So if that ends up being the 3 playstyle pluses, which I believe that this is confirmed as well. It doesn't say confirmed by, ASY FUT, but he does say the 3 playstyles are confirmed on him. So I'd assume that those are the correct ones. And if so, that might be the best center back in the game because not only does he have great stats, those are probably the 3 best playstyles to add to a center back. I know block might be a little bit mid, but the other 2 are S tier. So with that being said, absolutely incredible. Oh, I've got one more for you. You've got R9 coming as a Dreamchasers icon, and that one obviously going to go in the thumbnail. Trickster, I don't really love that playstyle. Quick step in technical doesn't make him unbelievable. If you had a finishing playstyle on there somewhere, he does have 96 shooting, but he doesn't have any shooting playstyles for playstyle plus. So it'll be a really good dribbler and very fast, but missing a little bit, still going to be millions and millions of coins. Why am I even complaining about the playstyles? This is a card that I'm not going to be buying anyway. So with that being said, guys, those are the cards that are leaked so far. We're going to have so many more to show you in tomorrow's video. So do not forget to subscribe right now to the channel so that you don't miss tomorrow's video with more leaks and ideas for trading with this team. We're also going to get some road to the final players coming soon. Ben White for Arsenal. Obviously, they've got a tough path to get to the final. We're in the final 8 now for Champions League. So, I mean, I guess it's tough for any of these teams at this point. Dortmund have to play against a very in-form Barcelona. You've got Inter Milan, Bayern Munich with Upamecano. And then you've got some Europa League cards right there. Maybe Odebert could be a shout because he does have that 95 pace and good play styles as well. Spurs could make a run. I think that they're probably the favorites to actually win the Europa League at this point. You've also got, who else is still in the Europa League? Real Betis is in Conference League with Chelsea, right? So I don't really know who could actually stop Spurs from winning this trophy other than themselves, because we know it's still Tottenham Hotspur and they're allergic to trophies anyway. So with that being said, let's transfer back over to the market before all of the Spurs fans dislike the video. Sorry, guys. I just had to say it. I mean, it was right there. I had to, right? You understand. You can give me shit for being a Dortmund fan down below. Somehow we're in the final 8 of Champions League, but not in the top 8 of Germany. So you can clown us for that. It's fair game. I get it. But let's go ahead and take a look at fodder cards, because today fodder should be a little bit going up, but then coming back down tomorrow on Friday when we get all of the open packs for the new Dreamchasers promo. And these cards continue to go down unless it's really, really high rated, which in that case, they are still kind of coming down, just not as quickly as the other ratings. But take a look at this, man. I mean, we've got 86 rated cards for 4,000 coins. I mean, there are times this year where we've seen 84 rated cards pretty close to that price. I mean, take a look at this. 84s have hit 4,000 coins a couple of times over the course of the last 2 months, and now we're looking at 86 rated cards at that exact same price. So it's very tempting to go in on these 86 rated cards, but are they actually going to go up in price at all this year? Well, the only way to really tell, and of course it's not a one-to-one, we're not going to see the exact same rise from last year to this year, but it does help to take a look at some of the cards that were 86 rated and fodder cards from FC24. And when we look at that graph, guys, we saw a peak in early February, which, obviously this was, team of the year, and then right after team of the year, we didn't actually really see a big spike for 86s pretty much ever again. For the rest of the year, there were a couple of spikes. You had one right at the end of the year for footies, probably right there. A little bit of a spike for some point of the beginning of team of the season, maybe. But there's not much. It continues to kind of drop until we get into team of the season where it finally flattens out. But we see that with 86 rated cards. We kind of see that with 85 rated cards as well from last year. That is this year. Let me go ahead and look for Sauerbrunn, who was also 85 in FC24. But Becky Sauerbrunn last year, taking a look at that graph, again, it spiked. Are we looking at the right year? Yes, we are. Okay. So this card spiked up in February as well. But once it started dropping, towards the end of March, it never really rose back up too much again. There were a couple of spikes, and I'm not saying that 2.5 to 4.5 is not valuable. That is honestly a good amount of profit right there. There's going to be opportunities, but we're kind of on this downward spiral towards the end of the March, and I don't know how low these cards could actually go. As you can see, 85s got down to about 2.9 last year. They're already lower this year, but this year they've been lower on average the entire time. So I think that we're still on par with what we saw in FC24, and I don't see a huge rise coming for these cards probably until we get to team of the season. But they are very low, so there's not a lot of risk. If you wanted to store some in your club, I would say that there's definitely not a lot of downside, especially when it comes to 84s, which are literally at the lowest that they can possibly be, which is 1.1 thousand coins on bid, 1.1k on bid. You can get a lot of them for 1.1k on bid right now as well. But given the fact that you need 84 rated cards for so many different SBCs right now, I mean, you look at the 87 plus upgrade, you need quite a few 84s in this team. 84 right there, 84 right there, 84 right there. In the Team of the Week upgrade, you also need 84s. If we take a look at that, where is it? Second page maybe? Team of the Week upgrade. Take a look at the 83 plus Team of the Week player pick. You also need to have at least 3 84s in this team. 84, 84, 84, 84 right there. I believe you're also supposed to have a Team of the Week card, so I'm not sure if Footbin's very accurate with, of course you don't need a Team of the Week card. This is the Team of the Week player pick. But yeah, you need 4 84s just to complete the squad. So it's not the lack of demand for 84s. It's just the overwhelming supply of 84s. And when everybody just gets a ton of 83 plus times 5s, 83 plus times 10s, we didn't have this last year. They're free. I mean, you get them from objectives, you get them from already fodder that you have in your club. It just basically replenishes itself every single day. There's just, you don't need to go to the market for them most of the time. So right now, there's just no reason for these cards to go up too much. And all right, Lauren Hemp, that is needed actually, because we have quite a few SBCs that I've got to complete. I'm going to do Bremer, I'm going to do Luis Suarez, and I'm going to do the FC Pro so I can get Joe Gomez. But right now we are a little bit short on fodder because we did complete that Cristiano Ronaldo up there in the top left, who has been spectacular, by the way. If you haven't done this SBC, I'm not sure how he compares to Luis Suarez, but he's basically averaging a hat trick for me, or at least almost averaging a hat trick, because, I mean, 2 of these matches, the opponent has rage quit. So, he could have scored more in those games. I'm just saying, this card is ridiculous, and I'm interested to see how good Suarez is compared to him, because the stats look very, very similar. But that's enough waffling to finish off today's video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like. It actually does really help the video do better, and we'll finish with an 81 plus times 20. No walkout. Fantastic. I'll see you guys tomorrow.